Here's another one. Oh, this is amazing. I could do an hour on this photo alone. Okay, so let's look a couple things. One, here's another one. This is tanks have suction either at the top or the bottom. Okay, some people like top suction, some people like bottom suction. I like bottom, but there's pros and cons to both. This is middle tank suction. There's nothing good about this, okay? But it's the same thing. It's all plastic. So they do have a shutoff valve right here, but it's all plastic. So if you go to turn this shutoff, see the shutoff valve, there's the yellow handle. You go to turn the shutoff valve, you're going to snap some of this plastic, okay? But that's not even what I want to talk about. Most of the pumps that we use are what's called positive displacement pump, which means when you let go of the trigger, the water goes back into the tank through the pressure relief valve. You guys familiar with what I'm talking about? Okay? So you can't put a shutoff valve on that pressure relief line, because if you did, when you let go of the spray trigger, it's going to blow up. Okay? You have to have that pressure vent back into the tank. What this company did was they put that pressure relief line into the bottom of the tank and put a jet agitation on it. They're trying to be clever, trying to save a little money. We're going to use our return as agitation, okay? But what that means is you can't put a shutoff line on, you can't put a shutoff valve on this line, okay? Because you can't put a shutoff valve on this line, what that means is you can't service this pump when the tank is full. Because if you take the pump off or disconnect the pump, it's going to drain down to 50 gallons are going to drain right out of there because there's no shutoff valve. Does that make sense? It's a little technical, but it's really important, okay? And so to save a few dollars on agitation, instead of doing agitation the right way, the way you would do this right would be you'd have the pressure relief go into the top of the tank, okay? So you don't need a shutoff because it's not going to drain up, okay? And then you have agitation at the bottom of the tank, and you can put a shutoff valve in agitation because you still have pressure relief in the top. It's a little technical, but it's really important. And I want to, can I get anyone following what I'm saying here? This is stuff people don't look at, okay? That's an important one, because when is your pump going to need service? Your pump doesn't need service when you're not using it. It needs service when your tank is full and you're using it. So you have two options here. You can either dump 50 gallons or you can keep using your pump even though it needs service, which means you're going to probably do more damage to it. Really bad design. Okay. Here's, when I talk about good design, what do I mean? Here's a sprayer we built. It had 3 tanks, 3 pumps, 3 motors, and 4 hose reels. And we want to be able to get to, see all these pumps and motors, they're raised so you can change the oil, and they're all easy to get to, so they're all easy for service, okay? You want to make sure your stuff is easy for service and they're also easy to start. Really good design.